term.
Yep. What do you think of this report that was released by the Inspector General?
Well, I knew about this a long time ago. In fact, I had printed in a flyer that I had made that I'd sent out to the citizens, and of course he denied it. He said they were false. It was an investigation, which is a lie. And you know, there's a lot of things about that whole election that weren't right, and this is one of them certainly. But you know, he lied to the citizens of this town. He not embarrassed me, but one thing I am is an honest guy. I've always done the best for this town, and people were, my family was upset about what he said, and they weren't true, and that's what upset me the most, you know.
If we could just stay on this Inspector General report,
Yeah.
you know, came out from their office, and it said that Mr. Costello improperly obtained an affordable home in Horton Estates that he was not entitled to or qualified to purchase, and that he made false and misleading statements. What do you think of that?
Well, I think it's deplorable. I mean, this is supposedly the CEO of our town that did this, and he knew this was going on. He knew about it. There was a 3-year investigation on this, so he'd been in hearings, several hearings, and back and forth, so he knew it was happening. This is nothing that was just dropped on him today, and that's what's sad about this whole thing, how he deceived the town, and this is one of the reasons why he didn't support the Corey check that I put forward. And the people on Monday night at the town meeting got to get out and got to be heard.
And you had put out a proposal that town officials be
submitted to a Corey check. That's right, and it is a perfect example of how important it is.
Would this have come up on a Corey check?
Absolutely. Well, there's other things that have happened in his past too as felonies that he's committed.
You had said in '99, correct?
There's in '99. There's that's right, an incident in Swansea, and that's out there. It's on the internet, and people can look it up themselves. You know.
Is he found guilty of taking?
He's found guilty of grand theft. You know, so. But
what do you think should happen in this case? I mean, here we
are.
are.
Absolutely, he should resign. I mean, and I think if Mr. Tito doesn't stand up for the town and what's right for the citizens, he should go too. You know, I don't know if you've seen what's happened with the chief, what they put him through. Suspended him, and when he's been investigating Mr. Costello and some of the police officers in this town, and
this incident?
On this incident, that's correct. And they had a hearing that Mr. Costello voted on, which he shouldn't. It was a conflict of interest, and he brought that to the attention of the board. And Mr. Tito knew about it as well. So this is it's nothing but a big cover-up. It's been that right along, and this involves not only this developer, but there's other developers. You know, he was a chairman of the planning board. And I don't know if you read that, where there was an incident where him and the developer were cahoots on this thing. Well, you know, Rehoboth needs better. Believe me, they need better in there. And I'm not saying that's me, but they, you know, certainly Mr. Costello should resign immediately. My opinion.
Appreciate you talking with us.
Okay, thank you.
He obtained affordable home in Horton Estates that he falsified and misled the process, the lottery process. So just curious, what you're a selectman here in town?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
What are your thoughts on that? Here's
I don't know anything about it yet.
The chair of the. This is a small town. You certainly have heard about this.
I've heard about a complaint, but I don't know anything about a report yet.
Well, the report came out today.
Okay, I'm sure I'll get to take a look at it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
That I want to read it.
Sure, you want to read it, but I just told you as well that,
right.
Again, Massachusetts Inspector General's office came out with a report today that said that Mr. Costello improperly obtained an affordable home in Horton Estates.
Right. Would you mind if I got a chance to read it before commenting on it? Or?
Well, absolutely.
Or should I comment on it without reading it?
That's the Reader's Digest version. I mean,
right.
You know, I mean, I could tell you that somebody was found guilty of a crime, and then I could read you the police report as well. But, you know, if a court found somebody guilty, it would be the same thing, correct?
Honestly, I just got out of my car to pick up a report. I mean, the
right. Well, what are your thoughts on it? I mean, I'm telling you right now, the Inspector General's office releases this report.
I'm coming up to pick up the packet, and I'd like to read the report, right?
Well,
I mean,
at first
you're
blush,
catching me by surprise here.
At first blush, what are your thoughts on it? Inspector General's office releases this report.
My first thought on it, as in anything, is I want to read it first.
Yep.
I want to see it for myself.
You don't have an opinion one way or the other?
I want to read it first. I mean, that's You know, I think that's fair.
Okay, so if we told you here that somebody was found guilty of a crime in court today, you'd want to read the report before commenting on it?
Well, you know, I don't even know who you are.
My name's Parker Gavigan. I'm with Channel 10.
Very nice. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Let me read things and catch up.
But again, I mean, it's kind of you're ducking the question here.
No, I'm really not.
You're very familiar with this issue. This is a widespread issue in town, correct?
No, I'm not very familiar with the issue. I know there was a complaint about it.
Right,
and there was a flyer about it, but I'm not very familiar with the issue.
It's been talked about. I mean, it's pretty common knowledge here in town, right?
What is?
This issue with Mr. Costello.
That there was a complaint about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're aware of the complaint?
I'm aware of the complaint.
Okay, so then a Massachusetts office comes out, the Inspector General's office comes out with this complaint alleging this.
I'd like to read it. I'd like to read it.
Sir, I'm sorry, you're ducking the question.
I'm sorry, I really feel I'm not.
I
really feel like what I want to do is read the report before commenting on it. I came to pick up my packet for the Selectmen's meeting and town meeting this coming week.
Sure.
So, you know, you're kind of catching me coming out of work, and I don't know anything about it, and I'd like to do the due diligence other than your handwritten note.
I just summed it up for you.
Well, all respect, I think your summary may not be the whole report. I'd like to read the whole report before I say something that may not be true.
Okay. How do we get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me through the Selectmen's office.
Can we reach you at your home? What's the best number to get you at? Because the Selectmen's office is obviously closed.
I'm not giving out my home phone on camera. I'm sorry, guys.
So
that I'm not doing.
So I'll turn the camera off and we can do it from there.
Could I give out my?
And I'm sorry, what's your first and last name?
Joe. Tito.
T-I-T-O?
Yes.
Mr. Costello is here. Presumably, we're supposed to be meeting him, so he's going to, talk to us about.
Okay. Yeah, that's a truck, I think.
About the report. But okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.
Quick question. Was Mr. Tito in there with Mr. Costello?
I didn't see. I'm sorry. I didn't see anyone else in there.
Oh.
In the room.
Chamber, yeah.
In the chamber.
Okay. Hi, Joe. Is Mike still in there?
Yeah, Mike and Helen are still in there.
Oh, Helen's in there too?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Mike, how come you wouldn't allow me to come in and listen?
Because I can't trust you to have a good, balanced report on this, Ed.
Well, I was just gonna play the whole thing.
I understand that, but I just can't trust you to do that. Plus, you're an educational channel, not a investigative channel.
I wasn't gonna put it on the education channel, I was gonna put it on 98.
98 is not an investigative channel, it's an educational channel.
No, 98, no, 15 is the education channel.
Ed, if I could trust you, Ed, I would do it. You showed your
You're a good one to be talking about trust.
Oh, good, yes. Thank you, Ed.